Why do promoters say, I'm only going to have my fighters fight my fighters instead of fighting the best fights?
Because promoters that have Pacquiao aren't stupid. Okay, they realize that Paul Williams would probably mop the floor with Manny Pacquiao. But on the other hand, so be it. It's like the Yankees not playing the Dodgers in the World Series and playing the Arizona Diamondbacks, who may not be as popular, may not have the tradition and all that. But the bottom line is they're there to be challenged because they claim they're the best team in baseball. So, you know, to say that you're the best or you're number one, you better be ready to stand behind it by getting inside that ring despite the disadvantages, because Paul Williams certainly does that. He gets up to 54, he goes in the 60-pound division because that's what he's willing to do to get the bigger fights. He's willing to give up, you know, the advantages, which he is. I don't care how tall he is. His weight's 147 pounds, and he's going up the other fighters' weight. You know, it's funny. Hearns, Hagler, Leonard, Duran. Look at where they started in their careers, especially Duran. Okay, he wasn't a middleweight when he was fighting these middleweights, but he was the hands of stone, and he wanted to prove it to everyone, and that's why he was revered by fans. And Hearns and Hagler and Leonard, the same thing. It wasn't a matter whose roof you were under. It didn't matter if one guy was bigger naturally or not. The only thing that mattered is that someone said they were better than you, and they wanted to prove them wrong. And that's what the real champions do. Again, Manny, I respect him. He's done a lot for the sport. But eventually, you got to step out and say, hey, Bob, I want to fight the best. Okay? And, you know, you can't keep on blaming the promoters because, you know, it's the fighters that eventually should have the last word as it relates to, you know, the challenges they want.
We got to develop young fans in boxing. That's our big mistake. And we got to quicken the pace. We got to go out there and market better. We also have to put our best foot forward. One of my pet peeves is boxing shows, the biggest boxing shows on the biggest stages. The televised fights underneath the main event are usually mediocre. Our undercards often suck. And our fans know that they don't even show up till the middle of the show. You walk into a UFC show, I got to give Dana White his props. I'm not a UFC fan, but you know what? Dana and I have talked a few times. I think you know, those guys know what they're doing. You walk into a UFC show, the crowd is in their seats when the doors open. They want to see the first fight. They want to stay for the last fight. Okay? Our shows, a lot of times the promoters and the TV guys are showing up right before the main event. Come on. I mean, we gotta present ourselves better. This is the entertainment business. We're losing sight of that. We are not doing our jobs enough to attract new fans. Our fans are getting older and older. It's one of the reasons why we're having problems with advertiser-driven television, because we can't deliver eyeballs of young people. We're delivering eyeballs of a fan base that's getting older and older. We need to fix our problems, stop trying to kill each other, stop suing each other and fighting with one another, grow the fuck up and take notice of the fact our sport is fading, and admit it, and let's try to rebuild it. Because if we don't do that in 5 years, I don't know that there will be boxing.